Excellent.
There we go. We got some people. Hey, Senpai. How you doing, buddy? We're going to get started in a couple minutes here. Get people jumping on. Hey, Sensei. How are you, sir? Hope all is well in Quebec. You too. Hey, Kayla. Hi, Helena. Ange. All right. All right, guys, we're going to get started here on about, give it another 10-15 seconds to let people finish jumping on. Today's workout class is actually going to be on forms, Kata, where we have a wide range of students from anyone from our little ninjas all the way up to our adults. It's kind of difficult to kind of do it per se. So one of the things that we are in the process of setting up, Sensei River, Sensei Kira, are going to be helping me out, is we're going to be setting up a Zoom program. So they'll be running a beginner's class and an advanced class 3 days a week. So hopefully those classes will be up and running. We'll have passcodes for people to jump in on those coming up hopefully on Monday. So we'll be ramping those programs up as well. So, and we're still, I think I'm still going to keep doing some of these live Facebook events so that the general public can jump in as well. So we'll be in touch, and if you have questions, please message me, and I'll be glad to help out or answer any questions that you might have. So today we're working on forms. So first, let's bow in. Ready? Sensei Nigiri. Onegaishimasu. All right, so we're gonna get going, guys. So when we practice kata, one of the biggest things we talk about in kata is stances. Okay, stances project everything from self-defense to fighting to jiu-jitsu to grappling. If your posture is poor, okay, your structure, your strikes and your blocks are going to be poor as well as throwing somebody. If you have poor posture when you're working on your nagewaza, you're going to be weak and you're not going to be able to throw someone. And they'll be able to counter the move, especially when you do jiu-jitsu waza, you're doing throws and techniques and grabs. Okay, someone can counter that very easily because of your posture. In our little kids class, we say, what's the phrase, Sensei?
Good posture equals?
There you go. See, I got Sensei over there to help me out. Okay, good posture equals good student, right? All right, so we want you to be positive and outlooking. So when you're looking, you have a good, strong posture. We see that, okay? So I'm going to pull Sensei River out here. We're going to jump into, we're going to do Dachi Kata, which is just a simple stance form, okay, that all my students hopefully got their email packages that we started with the Dachi Kata form to kind of get people going on learning stances. And then we're going to work on transition from kids program all the way up to the adult program, okay? You say hi to those people, right, Sensei here?
Yes, Sensei.
No, you're not. I'll beat you too, okay? I'll pull you out. You haven't even gotten ready for it. All right, so Sensei's in a Hisoka-dachi, so a basic ready stance, okay? From here, he's going to do a Kiba-dachi. So drops down to Kiba-dachi. Now, two things that we look for in a Kiba-dachi is posturing this way. So when he's in a horse stance, he's like this. Okay, back and shoulders straight. Okay, now you're not going to defend someone from a horse stance. All right, you're not going to come up, walk up to somebody, let's go. Right? But what it does build up is it builds up leg strength, posturing. So when he does throw a punch, if he doesn't have a good horse stance, he's going to go backwards when he tries to project energy forward. All right. So one of the things I'm looking for, and I'm going to pick on Sensei just a hair, like that. And my instructor Hanshi would do this to me all the time. Just little things, constantly nitpicking me. But that's what's going to make me better, and hopefully it'll make you guys better. So moms and dads, when you watch your kids do their horse stance, one of the things I want to look for is their hands are just outside their knees, their toes are going forward like that, their body's not tilted forward or back. Sensei's River's got a beautiful chin up, okay, showing good posture, good student right there, okay. From there, he's going to drop up and shift towards me into a Zenkuza-dachi. Boom, perfect. Go back to the horse stance. If you watched his transition, when he transitioned from a Kiba-dachi to a Zenkuza-dachi, his right hand projects. Okay, so when he projects that strike, he's drawing his hand and then stepping through and blocking. So my little kids, I'm not too worried about that. But my adults and my junior adults, I'm going to be all over you for that. Okay, again, Sensei. So he draws, 1, 2. Perfect. Come back up here, Sensei. So when he's throwing a punch, face me, he's throwing a punch, I'm working that. There's my check, there's my block, and there's my redirection. Okay, so I'm here, 1, 2, there's my shoot though. Or he's here, I go 1, 2, there's my strike. So I could be doing this too. Hit, clear, there's my down block. So that's this move as he does. Okay, martial arts always put things back where they belong. That's right. So we put that hand back. So as he's coming in, there's that motion, strike, set, into that front stance. Okay? So when Sensei goes from his Kibadachi to his Zenkutsudachi, that's what you should be looking for. Boom, perfect. Hips and shoulders going forward, back is straight, good posture, his hands just inside his knee. That gives this structure. That's what I'm looking for. So moms and dads, when you're working with little ones, that's what you want to be looking for. From here, he's going to slide that foot over to Kokutsudachi. Okay? He's got his shuto, okay? One of the things, again, one we don't want to see is this surfing position. I want that hand up, nice and strong. This hand's forward. So Kokutsudachi, which is your back stance, moms and dads, we want this foot pointing this way and that foot pointing that way. But if you want to check their Kokutsudachi, all you're going to do is have them turn the foot into a Kibadachi. So we go right back to our horse stance, and that's how I know Sensei's in a really good back stance. Okay, so we shift to Kokuts, boom, very good, excellent. So when he's doing this, this is what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm going to pick on him a little bit, there, perfect. Like that, back straight, good posture again, that's a really important thing. All right, so when he steps up, relax, Sensei. So when he's throwing that punch, again, there's your shuto. Here is your Kokutsudachi. My weight on my back leg, so if he starts to rotate, I can check and send him this way. There's my rooking waza, my sweep, my hits, my strikes. Okay? So moms and dads with little ones, don't be trying that. It's okay. Okay? But my adults, again, I want you guys to be thinking about that when you go to do your shuto. So when you're in your Zenkutsudachi, here, this hand is drawing like that. Now the other thing you're doing Soto Geri, which is as he's here, I'm in my Zenkutsudachi, there's my Kokutsudachi. Okay, by sweeping this from here, there's that sweep that you're working and setting and throwing your opponent. So back in your Kokutsudachi, Sensei. Alright, so the next stance is what? Yeah, excellent job. Okay, so it's Niku Ashidachi, which is your cat stance. He's going to draw his left hand to me as he brings that his right hand to me, and then slides up into Nikudachi. Now, what's the weight percentage on this? Okay, if you did your homework, all right, watched the video already, you'll know that this is 90%, this is 10%. And I had Sensei, I think it Sensei Kiera, I pushed on her, made her legs shake and do all this vibration thing, because it's really, really good for structure and strengthening those legs out as you're in that position, okay? So when you're drawing from this position, you're pulling that guy into you to set your opponent, okay? From there, he's going to take his left hand, he's going to draw it over. His right hand's here. This is called Ippondachi. Okay? Alright? I can make him be really mean, make him stay here for a while. Moms and dads, if your kids aren't paying attention, not doing their homework at home, you can have them doing that as well. Alright? So from here, you slide into a Jujidachi. Okay? Nope, keep the same guard, Sensei. There you go. And what you do from Ippondachi, you drop and roll that hand again. Okay? And one of the things I look for in Jujidachi, which is your cross stance, that this knee is braced in your calf. So if I'm like this, you'll see my calf here, okay, touching. So I'm making that contact. Then he slides out into a ready stance. Perfect, okay? All right, so Dachi Kata helps us be able to work on all our stances and see our positionings as we go to do them. And it's not something that's really simple, easy, okay? And if you work it, you can make this work as a great workout or a great warm-up as you do your classes, okay? So you could do, step up for a second, okay? So we're here, so if I'm doing Heisokudachi, I can do this, fast, here, okay? And then say, okay, now I'm gonna throw 2 punches in between every move. So if I'm doing this, I go here, 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 here. So I keep adding all those movements as I'm doing my stance work. So let's go on to our first form. All right, with some of that mindset. So I know you guys are at home, and there's probably not a lot of room for you guys to be moving around, kicking and punching, and we don't want anybody's furniture to get busted up or a window broken because you're throwing a stray kick, okay? So I want you to practice your forms. We're gonna start with Junippo Kata, okay? Really simple, easy. Junippo Kata, 12-step form, came from, that's right, Robert Trias, okay? To unify all of Okinawa, all right? So we're gonna use that form as a simplistic movement form, all right? So for our kids, all right, really, actually, let me pick on Sensei. Come right over here, sir. Okay? I don't want you guys to do anything right now. I want you to watch. So moms and dads, you have something to critique the kids. Like I said, from karate kids all the way to my adults, they all have this form. So from here, Sensei does a bowing salutation, Shochi goodbye. Right? Shochi goodbye. Yeah. Okay? So from here, he steps back cover. Knife hand block. Septi punch. Septi punch. Septi punch. Hey! Knife hand block. Septi punch. Septi punch. Couple saucer. Turn, draw. Outer block, upper block, down block. Step to punch. Step to punch. Step forward. Turn, knife hand block, punch. So this is what you're seeing from now. Step to punch. Step to punch. Step forward, cover. And then he shifts and turns in outer blocks, upper block, down block. Perfect. Okay? If you don't have the room, that's okay. So this is what I want you to do. Okay? So ready stance. Step back cover. Knife hand block. Punch. 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 Knife hand block. Punch. Punch. Outer block, upper block, down block. Okay? Punch. Punch. Knife hand block. Punch. 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 Outer block, upper block, down block. Ready stance. Now, moms and dads, you want to challenge your children, have them do it in stances. So you could do the same thing in your kokutsudachi, which is your back stance. Cover, knife hand block, 1, 2, 3. Knife hand block, 1, 2. Outer block, upper block, down block, 1, 2. Just like that, running through that. You can do the same thing with the front stance. Your jujidachi, you can do the same thing, cover here, all right? Because it doesn't mean that when you're practicing, it doesn't mean that you can't try different things out and add to your forms, and it makes you remember them better. So as a kid, that's one of the things we want to work on, is building up that skill set of being able to remember things, okay? Remember, being able to rub the belly, tap the head, okay? Call them crossing midlines. These are muscle memories that you're building for the kids as well as adults, all right? Not to mention, you want to get a workout in. So now we can add to it, all right? I'm going to pick on Sensei, actually. So Sensei's going to do Junippo again. All right, but every time he moves, he has to throw a front kick. Okay, so if I say step back cover, he's gonna fire a front kick, and then has his hands here. But I want you to do it from a ready stance. I don't want you moving. Remember, we don't have a lot of room. We're in the we're in a nice big dojo right here, guys. But you might be at home in the living room. Some of the kids might have their door closed to the bathroom, so their little brother or sister isn't bothering them. All right, we don't want to be kicking the tub or anything like that. Okay. All right, so here we go. Ready? All right, step back cover. Knife hand block. Punch. 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 Knife hand block. Punch. 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 Whoop, my bad. Outer block. Upper block. Down block. Step to punch. Step to punch. Knife hand block. Punch. 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 Outer block, upper block, down block. There you go. So you can add that on to your lessons, all right? All right, so when you're at home practicing this, so my advanced students, you can do this to every one of your forms. So if you're a white belt, you're working on Junippo and Dachi no Kata. But if you're a yellow belt, you're working on Pin on Shodan and Pin on Nidan. If you're an orange belt, Pin on Nidan, Pin on Sandan. Okay, you can do also for purple belts, 1 kata, 2 kata. You can do Nekibudo, you can do Pin on Yandan, Pin on Godan. Every form you can be doing this to and adding a kick or a strike, okay? You can even do it from a chair, okay? So, moms and dads, You want to do it right beside your son and daughter, you can sit there right with them. So I'll have him stand here right next to me. All right, we're going to do pin on shut on. Ready? Down block. Step and punch. Down block. Hammer strike. Step and punch. Check block up. Step and block up. Step and block up. Close hand block up. Spin down block. Punch. Down block. Punch. Down block. Punch, punch, punch. Knife hand block. Knife hand block. Knife hand block. Knife hand block. So we can do it right from a chair. Okay? I have had students tell me that they were, no, I'm not recommending this, but they were driving in traffic and they were sitting for a long period of time, so they just started practicing the form. Okay? And they're still paying attention to the rope, but they're still working on form. So you could be doing this anywhere. Alright? So the neat thing is, so since they show on the second attacker, do the second attacker, okay, and hammer strike, step through punch. So one of the things we talk about in martial arts is bunkai, okay? The waza of this technique is this. He gets in a ready stance, okay? I throw a kick, and he's going to step forward and do a down block. Boom, I come into the hammer strike, which knocks me backwards and punches. That's the technique, okay? So we know that. That's pretty simple, it's pretty self-explanatory, and you can see it. Okay, but if the opposite side grabs me, I come up, this is my hammer strike, this is my punch. So all I'm gonna do, as he drops down, I'm here, this is my hit. I'm doing my down block, I'm doing my hammer strike, and I'm punching. And I won't even grab, I don't have to grab. I can pull him into me here to hit. If I want to clear the hand, I can hit him as I'm clearing the hand. So you can be practicing this at home. All right, these are some of the things I want you guys to come up with. I want you to try to figure out what you can do with your forms, okay? All right, so my purple, blue, green, brown, and black belts, I want you to figure out bunkai for one of your senior forms, okay? All right, and I want you to come up, I want you to message me. If you have questions about it, send me messages, I'll be glad to help you out with this, okay? So, but practice your bunkai as well. Try to figure out what other things you're doing. Okay, I tell the old story about the self-defense technique that my instructor taught me. Okay, it was a really amazing technique. He goes, I learned it from my daughter. And it was really simple. As Dad, can I have some money, please? It was really simple. And I'll never forget that. That was 20 years ago. Okay, because he threw me around when he did that. Dad, can I have some money, please? And she shook her hands like this. Well, the handshake was me getting thrown across the room. All right, which was pretty amazing. I didn't forget it. And that's one of the things that triggers me when I go to do bunkai. I want to go, okay, let's think outside of the box when we're practicing our technique, okay? So, let's do this. So, some of my beginner students, I want you to watch, okay? We're going to do pin on Nidan and pin on Sanda, okay? All right, I'm going to have Sensei do pin on Nidan, and I'll do pin on Sanda, okay? So, right back here, Sensei, there you go. I'm going to have him do full movement. I want you guys at home to try it without moving your feet. I'm going to call it out. He's going to do the full movement, and you at home don't move your feet. Just do the handwork. Okay? Ready? Step out, kokutsudachi. Double block, back knuckle, back fist. Turn, double block, back knuckle punch, back fist. Slide up, side kick, back fist. Shuto. Step through shuto. Shuto. Spear and poke. Good skate. Good. Up. Turn shuto. You should be all in kokutsudachi when you're doing this. Step through kokutsudachi. Turn kokutsudachi, step through kokutsudachi, shift, outer block, kick punch, outer block, kick punch, step through double block, turn down block, rising block, turn down block, rising block. Good, back to ready stance. Excellent job, everybody give Sensei one clap. Good job, guys. All right, guys, so hopefully you saw him do that, okay? Martial arts always put things back where they... Excellent. So moms, dads, you should have heard where they belong, right? So one of the things when you saw Sensei do his rising block, his hand came back, like that. And when he did his shuto, his hand came back. It wasn't out here, down here. It was where it's supposed to be, okay? So one of the things that we work on is we always make sure that one hand's retracting. And it's no different from if I was boxing, I don't want to leave this hand out as I punch with this hand. This hand has to retract. If I'm throwing punches, you're going to see me always put one hand back, okay? It's for defense purposes. You want to be able to defend yourself. If you go throw a punch and he slips it and he's able to hit you, that hand needs to be in a position that it can defend itself. Okay, so I'm going to do pin on sandan. So we're in a ready stance. From here, we step out kokutsudachi, double block, strides up, block strike, drop this foot back, turn kokutsudachi, step up, block strike, look, turn, double block. Lock the hand down, spear and poke. From here, we spin, turn, into a horse stance, kibidachi, hammer strike, and then step through zenkuzachi, reverse front punch. Start up. Crescent kick, horse stance, out of block, back, crescent kick, horse stance, out of block, and back. Crescent kick, horse stance, out of block, step the punch, draw up, turn, empty, you should be in a good strong kibidachi, and then return to your ready stance. So that's your pin on sandan. Alright, so one of the things that when you're practicing your kata, okay, depending on the level it is, there's sinking and rising. If you saw me do pin on sandan, and I did this, I'm dropped down, but I rise up, and I set my weight. And there's some of the reasons for that is so that you have structure when you go to make contact. If I stayed like this and I did my block, and not set my weight, and did my block, I'm gonna get bounced backwards. So timing is everything. So two most important things in a fight are, Sensei?
Timing and distancing.
Excellent, thank you, Sensei. Okay, so timing and distance are extremely important in a self-defense situation. If Sensei's over here, and this is where your katas play a factor, okay, teaches you about that retraction extension. As he goes to the punch, my timing gets his energy to draw back, then I can hit. So my kata, if I'm dropping back, it's okay, because now look at his energy. So now he goes to throw again, I can check, and I can hit him as he's moving. I can return, there's my hit. Okay, so timing and distance is an important part, so that's where your sinking and rising will play a factor. If he goes to punch, I would rise up, drop back, and then set. So I can move into him by rising energy, pulling his energy back. So that's up, hit, I can set, do your katas that way. So a lot of really good self-defense, okay? Now one of the things that people talk about, well, kata doesn't help me in kumite. Well, kata does help you in kumite, so moms and dads, your job with the little ones is have them find a move when they practice their kata that might be important for kumite. For example, I can work this position if I'm point fighting. I can press off and do a reverse punch. And if you know Junipo, that's the beginning part of Junipo, right there, okay? So you could be using that to help you with your kata, could help you with your sparring, okay? Because if your posture is poor when you throw a punch, there's a good chance you guys can hurt yourself. We don't want that to happen, all right? Hopefully you're enjoying this, and this is something you guys can work on, but we're going to be, like I said, we're going to start expanding on these more. We'll be adding the Zoom classes as we go. This week, your packet will be coming out today, Sensei?
Yes, Sensei.
So Sensei Kira is going to have a packet for punch combinations, okay? So you'll have your homework, will be your punch combination packet, okay? Your Zoom classes will be coming on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. Beginner and advanced classes. You'll get key codes for those. We'll be sending those out either by phone call. Sensei River is going to be working diligently on that on Monday. Phone calling people, giving you key codes to get into the Zoom classes. And we'll get you rock and rolling with that. I can't wait to try some of this stuff out with you guys. And I'm learning as we go as well. Sensei River, Sensei Kira helping out huge amounts. I look forward to being able to do classes live with you guys, interact back and forth. As long as we're having to deal with the situation at hand, we're going to be here for you. I can't thank these guys enough for coming in to do this, and I can't thank you guys enough for paying attention. I want to again thank you all for being here today. Hope you enjoyed the class. Moms, dads, hopefully it gave you some stuff to work on with your kiddos. My advanced students, I want you to be trying different things with your senior forms, okay? And I look forward to see you guys face-to-face this week on Zoom. So keep training, keep practicing, and God bless.